Hola, what's up, guys? Buenas noches. John here. What's your alias you want to give everyone out here?
Uh, let's just go with I for right now.
All right, we're here with I. We'll call him I Man.
I man, yeah, that's a good
All
one.
right. So we actually call him the Energizer Bunny because this guy's in. Okay, he's in like the Jedi Masters group, and I call him the Energizer Bunny because when I met him in person at the club down here in Mexico, this guy holds the record for the number of girls in a row that he went up with that I've seen personally. I don't know. Maybe there's other guys who've gone up more. How many times did you go up that one night? Just a matter of a few hours.
Six.
I don't even know how he did it. How much did you blow?
Just on the girls alone, I would say,
Yeah.
let's just say on average, each one was like 120. So maybe 700, 800, because some charge a little bit higher. So it kind of fluctuates.
Yeah.
But then you got to consider
So
the pizzas and all that. So
yeah, the
my
ladies
beers,
drink. So
easy
yeah,
$900, $1,000. So that's just the way I do
yeah,
it sometimes. So Saturday night,
yeah,
just worked out that way.
yeah. So, anyways, that's the story for him, real quick, because I will never forget that when I met him, and that's when I was like, "Damn, man!" I met up three of them. Three of the guys from the Jedi group came at the same time, so I went out and met all of them and met them for the first time. One of the guys I met already. These two other guys I only met that one night. So let's start by so he's in the masters group and he's been traveling around. Tell people like your experience, where you've been, kind of a couple places you've been to that you like, that hold a place for you, hold a special place for you.
So for me, I was in the military. That's where I kind of got into this lifestyle a little bit. And in Germany on the weekends, that's when I got introduced to the red light district out there. And ever since then, I've been addicted and haven't been able to, you know, leave that. So when I got out of the military, went to school, started my job, and once I was able to start traveling again. Because that gap from leaving service to getting my shit together, I had to focus, and I couldn't really travel like how I used to. I had so much opportunity over there in Europe to see the world, travel on the weekends and stuff like that. The first trip I took with my current uh, employment field, I was able to go to Costa Rica. So I went to Costa Rica with my brother, San Jose, stayed at the Hotel Del Rey around October of 2018. And that's when it was still pretty good, and it was fun to get back into that. But I was obviously, starting to go to Tijuana around like 2017. That's when I kind of started going to the zona and to the clubs down there and having fun. But obviously, you want to start kind of branching out. You start hearing about new places, and when you have the income, you want to start exploring and meeting new girls from different countries and stuff like that. And then eventually, I started going to Colombia. I go every year around December timeframe. That's to me the best time to go. Uh, Everyone's usually off work and they take Christmas seriously. It's the high season as well, so I just think the environment's better. You could go to Medellin, Bogota, Cartagena, Santa Marta, Pereira. All those places are cool. They got their own little clubs there and sex scene as well. And prices vary. Cartagena is going to be more on the pricier size, excuse me. And Medellin as well. Bogota, Santa Marta are a little bit more economical. So this upcoming year, I'm gonna go again around December and enjoy it there. But this is my first trip to Thailand, and I finally made it. And I'm currently in Pattaya. This is my last day here. Gonna head up to Bangkok for a few days, and check out the scenes up there.
All right. So we kind of skipped ahead. He told us where he's at, but you guys are going to see the title, so you already kind of know what this video is going to be about. But you guys are in for a treat because, hey, because he's going to share a lot of the stuff that he did some research, and then he went there and kind of did the scouting report and went and is living it right now as we speak. And he just had a girl with him, and the girl just left because I wanted to interview her, but she was being too shy and didn't want to get on camera and was making all these excuses. And even though I said we were gonna blur her face, change her voice, whatever needed to be done, she still didn't want to do it. And she would have been cool because she spoke English, and that's why I wanted to interview her, because she would have given a lot of good insight. But anyways, she took him to some of the more local spots that people aren't really aware of, and he's going to share that here in a few minutes. But so let's first start off of like telling everyone like, how did you find me? And then, well, yeah, let's start with how did you find me? Like, what was the first video you saw of mine? And then what did you search for or whatever?
So the first video that I saw of John, I want to say was the Jaco one for Costa Rica, because I've been to Costa Rica 3 times already. Once to San Jose, I did all the touristy stuff there. The Arenal volcano area, all the zip lining, some of the nature stuff up there. And then the second time, I wanted to check out Jaco, because when I was down there in San Jose, I kept on hearing about Jaco, and I would just hear Jaco every now and then. And then I always heard it was like the pricier area of Costa Rica. That's where all the gringos go. So the prices would be a little bit more inflated. So I did my research, and one of the first videos that I saw on John, I want to say, was the Jaco video. And yeah. And then even I want to say you even did a couple videos for a good time period, like 6 months or a year, something like that, about Costa Rica, or was it like just one trip?
Yeah. No, I went back. I went back again, and the second time or the third time was better. More friends, more connections. I knew the lay of the land, and the people I met from the first one, we had already gotten close, and so I was able to share those contacts with a lot of people, and it just made everything even better. And so, all right, so you saw me from that, and then what made you want to join the group? Because you just joined like recently, maybe like how long? 3 months ago?
Yeah, about 2 to 3 months.
Would it be 3 months ago?
Yeah, just about. Yeah. So for maybe the past year and a half, I've been watching your videos periodically. I get to work from home, so I have my TV on, watch YouTube, podcasts, Coach Greg Adams all the time, your videos. So I don't know. I just kept on seeing your Jedi Master group and your promotions for it, and I've always wanted to live abroad. It would have been cool to live in Colombia. That's kind of like a big thing for digital nomads, but realistically, it would be better as like a starting point to be in Tijuana, because it's so close to the border. I live in SoCal, so it would just make more sense to see how I would adjust to that environment first before I would do something more extreme down the road, like Colombia, because I know each country has like their own pros and cons and cultural barriers and stuff like that with like visas and stuff. For me, I have my dual citizenship and global entry, so I can cross the border super fast, like no issues. So I would never have to wait in line for 2 hours and deal with that bull crap. So I don't know, you're based out of that area, so I was like, maybe join the group, get more info, and you're about your people leveling up. So I'm kind of stagnant in a sense, and kind of want to move on to bigger and better things. Right now I'm very comfortable, have a routine, just wanted to mix things up and see what the next 3 to 5 years look for me. Just kind of work towards my goals that I discussed with you, and maybe start my own business and work for myself as opposed to being a W-2 employee. So that's kind of like my next goal in life, to really take off financially, in a sense, for the long run, as opposed to depending on my job increasing my pay every year and
Right.
it being adjusted with inflation and stuff, which isn't happening. So I gotta take matters in my own hands, in a sense.
Hey, who's that chick in the back?
I don't know, but
Taken already.
I'm tapped
Let's
out.
get her up.
I gotta save my
Let's get her
energy
up.
I gotta save my energy for Bangkok.
So real quick, since you're new in the group, what has been your experience and your thoughts on the group coming in, and share kind of like what you like them, what's been helping you and stuff since joining.
Yeah, so one of the biggest things too for me would be not being able to talk about this lifestyle at my work site. Like my coworkers, they're married, mostly females, so I can't talk about this shit. Like, I gotta be as vague as possible about my trips and vacations and what I do and stuff like that. So it's almost like how you always mention, sharing your experiences with other people that have common interests. So that's one of the things I found with this group right away, that many people, although they come from different backgrounds, different age groups, they all share similar interests, and self-improvement is one of the big things. And obviously, traveling and enjoying female company from different countries outside of the US is preferred. I've already done how do you say, a meetup with one of the fellow members, which was fun. Self-defense course. So kind of things like that you could do with other people. And sometimes you may have an excuse of not wanting to do it because you're solo, but this group kind of has buddies that you could kind of plan things out. Even if you want to do a TJ run, I'm so used to doing stuff by myself. I kind of do prefer doing things by myself. I have to depend on other people flaking, all that bullshit. So with this group, more people, the people are more more capable of just on the fly meeting up and heading down there and having fun. So that's what I like.
That's cool, man. And you met some of the other guys, and you've gone out with them a couple of times and met. Yeah. And not only that, you guys did like some kind of tactical firearms training together. Yeah. Was that it? That's what you guys did? Yeah. So, that's sharing some stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they're looking to coordinate more stuff. And so I'm glad that's kind of like what I put the group together for exactly this reason, to network and meet other like-minded guys. And especially if you're in the higher level, it helps because, like he said, there's more guys that have the time and the freedom and also the resources to kind of just go at the moment's notice. And just like taking that tactical firearms training course, that's something that's kind of like a luxury, because doing that kind of stuff isn't cheap, and buying guns isn't cheap, things like that. Ammo. So it's kind of an expensive hobby. Yeah, and the ammo, you're just shooting, you're literally blowing up your money every shot. And so, yeah, I like that. That's cool to hear, man. That makes me happy to hear that you guys were able to do that.
And then also like everyone motivates each other, like health wise too. So, you keep yourself accountable when you see one of the fellow Jedi masters like putting in work. It makes you reflect on yourself. Like, oh, I'm just sitting on the couch here. I need to get the fuck up and go out and do something. That's helped me out a lot. Because like the past month, this is the most active I've been health wise. Besides that, I just would have been a lazy piece of shit, not doing anything, just getting fatter. So that's one thing I want to really thank the group, because there's some members that are very inspiring. If they could do it, I could do it, and hopefully I could do that for others. And I think everyone feeds off each other and motivates each other.
Yeah, man, you've been doing some fucking long ass hikes, 8 mile bikes, and that's cool.
Yeah.
It inspires everyone. So
Yeah.
he shares going through the mountains and mountain biking and all this stuff, going hiking. So it is true. It's great motivation because when you see other people doing it, and especially older guys doing it, then it makes you like, what the hell? I'm like half the age, and what am I doing?
Exactly.
And, all right, cool. Well, now that we got the introduction out of the way and kind of like people get to know who you are a bit and your background and how we came together and stuff, let's talk about now where you're at. So let's talk about what made you want to go there since this is your first time.
Oh, so I had this trip kind of as an idea for my 40th birthday. But the way things are at my work, I was like, I don't know how things will be when that time comes. And I have vacation plenty saved up. So, I just want to do something wild. I want to do something different. Like it would have been easy to just go back to Colombia. I love Colombia. But why go there and view that as the only option? So I was kind of looking at Brazil, Argentina, even Europe, Italy. Italy would have been really cool. And I was looking at planning the trip out there, kind of like the train system. Where would I go most likely? The cities I would hit, how I would go from point A to B to C to D, and kind of map out maybe like a 10-day trip. But Europe's a little expensive, so I want to have as much play money to have fun. Maybe I would if I did my research right, but then I had that itch about Southeast Asia, so I kind of started looking at Philippines, at Vietnam, and then Thailand, and then Thailand just made the most sense for the schedule, for my work schedule, and how I plan my vacations do not conflict with my work. So then, I just saw the plane tickets, and it was like the one that kind of made the most sense for me. And now I'm here. So I flew into Bangkok with the stop in Taiwan for 4-hour layover, and then from Taiwan to Bangkok, and then I took the bus shuttle from Bangkok to Pattaya as soon as I came in. That shuttle's only like $3, like US. So I want to say it's like 139 baht. For the next video I do for Bangkok, I'll try to take a picture of the price sheets and the times and stuff like that to give people a little bit better idea. Because when I showed up to the little bus terminal, some of the buses were already filled up, so I had to wait an hour for the next availability. So those are little small things to consider. You're not just going to show up and then take off in 15 minutes. Sometimes, you're showing up during like rush hour. So the bus ride was comfortable. I had to pay a little bit extra because of my luggage. I had about 50 pounds extra luggage because they allow one carry-on, and any additional luggage based on weight, they have their own prices. And I want to say it was maybe another, I don't want to say the incorrect pricing. It wasn't much, but it was an additional charge for 50 pounds. And the bus ride was kind of like a Greyhound type, bare minimum, had a little toilet. So it took me 2.5 hours. There was an accident. Typically it takes 2 hours. And then when I showed up to Pattaya, I had no fucking idea where I was at. And I had because I guess they do one stop kind of north part of the city of Pattaya, kind of where like Soy 6, where you're closer to Soy 6 area, like the north end of Pattaya. And then they kind of go down to the main terminal in Pattaya, which is like down south. I want to say closer to like Walking Street. So I'm glad I asked, because I would have stayed on and wound up at the fucking bus terminal, and then would have had to take, like a fucking taxi or something to go to my spot. Because right now I'm at Soy 7, which is kind of like on the north end of the Pattaya area. So that was my little journey of how I wound up here.
Cool. So how many days were you there?
So I got in Saturday. That's another thing I want to discuss because I thought I was gonna be coming in on Friday because I left LAX Friday like at uh, 1 in the morning. But by the time I got into Bangkok, it was about noonish, noonish Saturday though. So I fucked up on the time zone thing. I should have left a day prior to be able to enjoy Friday. So that's one thing you should consider when you're going on the other side of the world. Like I don't know. I just that was a brain part, and I kind of messed up on that. But I mean, I arrived on at a good time Saturday. At least I got to enjoy Saturday, and right now it's Friday, so I spent a total of about 7 days here in Pattaya, and then I'll be spending Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Bangkok, and then Monday I take off back home to LAX.
Awesome. So let's talk about the place where you're staying. How much is the hotels there costing? So in kind of idea for people that are looking, they can plan their budget.
Sure. So I'm staying off Soy 7. This place is called Flipper House Hotel. Uh, Very good hotel. Has a pool, free breakfast. That's one of the main reasons I chose this place. I would just wake up, go downstairs, have breakfast buffet, various options, very very delicious. Um, from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. So it gives you a good window. It's not like how some places you might have like 2 hours for some continental breakfast bullshit, but this one's like a full on buffet, and people that don't even stay at the hotel come to this spot for breakfast, which kind of speaks for itself. I chose this area just because it's kind of close to Soy 6, and I kind of noticed it was by the beach and kind of like the main strip. I can't recall the name of the streets, but there's two main streets, and then you got all the soys, the walking street, and you kind of got like soy 16, 15, 14, and so forth, up until you go to like soy 7, 6, and then 3, 2, 1. So that's just kind of how Pattaya is laid out a little bit. And I want to say on average, I'm spending maybe $50 a day. I have to look on my booking app. I could have sworn I wrote it down here, but I can't recall. But generally, you could find bare minimum hotel that's comfortable, decent. I actually met this one dude from Scotland on the trip down here, the bus shuttle, and his hotel for 2 nights, each night was like 800 baht. So the conversion rate for US dollar to baht right now is $1 for every 36 to 37 baht. It's kind of fluctuating between 36 37. So you can do the math on that. I want to say I spent maybe for 7 days. I want to say maybe 250. I'll give you
Not bad.
Yeah. So I may be off on that. I'll double check and send you. Then if you need to edit.
No worries. It's just a good idea, a rough estimate. I'm looking at it online. There's some rooms for cheap, $40, 50, 60 bucks.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Because I have a king bed room. So I mean, it doesn't have a view. It has a little balcony where you could have a cigarette. Very very small patio. You can't even sit there on a chair and hang out. That's how small it is. But I'm not there to hang out on a patio. I'm here to sleep, shower, and go out and about, do tours and stuff like that. Yep.
And it's walking distance to the red light.
Oh, I'm on the red light. So Soy 7 has its own bars. As soon as you come out of any hotel, generally out here, there's go-go bars. There's bars where the girls are out there right out the front entrance trying to lure you in. They freaking shout at you, welcome, and
Yeah.
come buy me drink. And when you go up on Soy 6, oh my God. It was, okay, so everyone remembers their first time when they walk into the club in TJ that we all
Yeah.
enjoy. Remember that very first feeling? I experienced it again on Soy
Yeah.
6, but this one was like to the next level. Like I always thought like Hong Kong was like the gold standard, but then this was just like, oh my God, insane. And this was a weekday. I can't imagine like on a weeknight during high season, because high season here is like December, New Year's time frame. So I would imagine it's like at least 10 times more crazier than what I saw. What I saw was like just overwhelming. That the first time I walked down Soy 6, and the girls they freaking yank on you. They got pool noodles. They slap your ass. They slap your shoulder. Some of them just come up to you, hug you. They don't want to let you go. They literally try to kidnap you inside the bar. And I mean, some are hot, some are not. They're not your type, but that's the experience you have at Soy 6, and I recommend everybody.
It's like a open air market HK.
Yes. Well, it's an alley. It's like a very narrow alley, so you got vehicles
Yeah.
creeping up behind you. So you got to have your senses up, be aware of all times. You know, of the girls wanting to grab you. You're looking at the girls from different bars. This is bar after bar after bar. It's like Bourbon Street, but like way more narrow, and it's just like literally, I don't know, maybe at least half a mile. They're just
Yeah.
it's a pass on left and right, like insane.
So you took some videos and photos. If you did, I'll send them to me, and I'll have the editor add it in. So while you're talking about it, he can like show, so people can picture,
Get an idea.
what you're talking about.
Okay.
Okay, cool. And so, uh, did you have any like bars or anything that you really needed or wanted to go to right away that you heard of, like, oh, I need to go, or recommendations or anything that you, when you got there, like, okay, I'm set on going to this spot, or you just had
I've always heard about Soy 6, because there's a Soy 6 in Bangkok, and there happens to be a Soy 6 here in Pattaya. But where I'm staying at, Soy 7 has its own little strip too. So the first couple of nights, I mostly stayed in this area, and then you got Beach Road, which, you know, the beach is literally right here. And on Beach Road, just kind of think of how do you say it? Uh, like in any beach on California, how it has its own like cement pathway, but here the girls are all
boardwalk.
up. Yeah, boardwalk. There you go. That's the word I was looking for. So it has its own boardwalk, and the closer you walk towards Walking Street, the more options there are. You know, you may see some girls that are on the lower end. You'll see the lady boys. Um, I even saw Russian girls here. I spoke to a Russian girl 2 nights ago. I saw her, and she looked different, but she looked Thai. But I was like, no, she's not Thai. There's no way. And then I went up to her, and I was like, where are you from? And she's like, I'm from Russia. And she had the full on Russian accent. I was like, oh my God. And I just asked her like what her short time was and this and that. And I was like this close to go with her, but I didn't do my research on how Russian girls are. So I kind of hesitated and kind of blew it. But at least I know there's Russian girls. You know, I saw black girls. Maybe they're from I don't know, Jamaica or something, or Africa, some region from there. But there's variety. I could have sworn I seen some Brazilian, Colombians. And Walking Street has its own scene too. That place is overwhelming, but that place is more known for like go-go bars and nightclubs and stuff like that. So when you get to Walking Street, that's like another overwhelming experience. But it just depends what you like. And it's more touristy. You'll see like families there too on Walking Street, like kids and shit, married couples and stuff like that. It's more touristy down at Walking Street.
Cool. And so the Russian girl, how much was she asking for?
For her short time, 2,000 baht. So 2,000 baht is kind of like the average like higher end price from what I noticed. Depends also for bar girls. So the range is like 15 to 2,000. This depends on the girl. If you get the girl at a bar, there's a bar fine. If you have your fun there, they have their hotel rooms up on the top, and it could either be 400 baht or 500 baht. So just take that number divided by 36, 37, and that's what you're paying to the bar to take her up. And then you get 1,500.
So that's like $50.
Yeah, $40-$50 from what I remember. And then
So the Russian girl was around $50.
worth it. I mean, yeah, she was attractive. She had like brown hair, like short brown hair. She looked type, but she didn't. She just got like white skin, but like her facial features, like she just kind of looked like a doll. And that's what I just kept on staring at her face and her milky skin. I regret not going with her. I think I had already banged a girl, so that's why I had I, I didn't have a loaded gun or to pull the trigger. You know what I mean? So that's why I was just curious more so than wanting her pulling the trigger.
Yeah. And how long was the $50 for?
Oh, okay. So I want to say the first night there was girls that told me half an hour. Maybe I was just drunk, but my experience, like all the bar girls and even the freelancers on the boardwalk, their short time is 1 hour. So you get an hour with them, and at these bars, you get the opportunity to shower beforehand and shower afterwards. So that's what kind of makes it nice. It's fucking hot right now, humid. You're having sex, so you're gonna be sweaty as fuck. And then if you want to go to another bar and go with another girl, you kind of want to be fresh and not have all that stink on you too. So
So what? It's not a actual hotel room you're going in. It's
no,
how's
it
the
is.
setup for the? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you got the bar. Uh, it'll be like narrow, and it'll have like its tables and bar stools and stuff like that, and that's where you could drink because the girls are inviting you in, and it's kind of like a narrow room, just enough for maybe 20 clients tops. Most areas on Soy Six. I mean, there's some that are bigger that have pool tables and shit like that, but generally most of them are smaller size, and they got the hotel rooms up on top. But the hotel rooms are for the short time fun.
Yeah.
So you'll pay the bar fine, and then you go up with the girl and get assigned a room and have your fun there. And then,
So
you could buy lady drinks too. Those range from like 130 baht to 160 baht, depending on which bar it is. And then for guy drinks, it's around 90 baht to 110, 105 baht there on Soy 6. Soy 7 too, generally same prices.
So that's like what, $3?
Yeah.
So the people that are watching that don't know what a bar fine is. A bar fine is what you pay the establishment where the girl's at to kind of like buy her out. And so then she becomes yours. Either you arrange with her for short time or for the entire night. It's up to you. And so
I
what are
could cover the overnight prices too. I forgot about
the what?
the overnight prices to take them out of the bar.
Yeah. And so what are the going rates for the bar fines that you were paying over there right now? You can tell everyone in dollars so that they don't gotta convert, like if you know the dollar amount for an estimate.
Oh, okay. Dang. So 4,000 is the general price that most girls will want for a long time, as they say, which is kind of like you bringing them to your hotel. But if the girls are at the bar, they're a bar girl, you have to pay the establishment a fee to take them outside. Each one was different, and there was a couple that had like a tiered system. So depending on the hour that you're with them and you want to take them out, it was generally a little bit more expensive. So say from like 4 to 9 p.m. It's my numbers may be off, but 28,000, sorry, 2,800 baht or something like that. And as it approaches midnight, it gets reduced to I don't know, maybe like another 1,000 baht or another 800 baht, like cheaper. And then after midnight, it may be like 1,500 baht to take them out of the bar. But if you wait till the very end, you only pay that short time fee, the 4,000, not 4,000, 400 baht or the 500 baht. That's like at the end of the night when the girl is getting off work. Then you just pay that small fee because they supposedly, I don't know if it's because they're staying there, and maybe it's kind of like something that they have established with the girls that work at the bars, that they have to pay something, and that's really nothing. If you're taking the girl home like at 2 a.m. and then they stay with you until like 10 a.m. or whatever. Some will say like 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. So that's something you negotiate, and the hotter girls are going to want 5,000. So just things you got to keep in mind and negotiate. Yeah.
They're asking for 5,000 separate from the bar fine.
Yes. Yeah. So you pay the bar fine and then you pay the fee to the girl. So it's two different fees. Yeah. You obviously give the money to the girl at the end. Don't ever pay up front, because then the service will be shit. And then also hold them accountable. Like, the girls switch up sometimes in the morning. It's like, hey, like I'm expecting to bang more than once. Like, what the fuck? I'm not paying you 4,000 baht, which is the equivalent of maybe what, $80. 5,000 is kind of closer up to like 110, 111, I want to say. So you got to
5,000 right now is 136 at the exchange rate.
Really? 36
yeah.
baht. Okay.
$100 $136 for 5,000 baht. 4,000 is 109. I'm looking at the exchange rate right now.
Okay, so I had it mixed up. 3,000 is 80, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
3,000 is $81. So that's what the girls are asking for, and the hotter ones are asking for like 5,000, which is like 100, almost 140, $140, and that's for all night.
Yeah, it depends. My recommendation is
the rest of the night.
Yeah, the rest of the night, because like, as guys, we think we're gonna be fucking like 8 hours, but no, like by that point you're gonna be sleeping, generally. So, those are just things you got to consider. Whether you just bang them there, find a girl that's like 1,500 baht, and then if for some reason you want a girl and you want to take her out back to your spot, then you pay the 4,000 or 5,000. Just kind of negotiate with her what time you want her to leave and stuff like that, and consider you're most likely going to be sleeping most of that time.
Yeah.
You may get 1 or 2 rounds and maybe a third one in the morning. So that's just the math you got to do on your own.
So since we're on the subject of them staying over, has like the thought of them ripping you off while you're sleeping and leaving, taking your shit.
Oh, so it's a good question. So with this hotel, the good thing about it is the girl has to leave her ID card. She has to check in at reception, and they hold on to her passport card while they're with you in the room, and then you either come down to reception and the girl gets her ID, or they call and make sure you're okay. So kind of the same safety measure that you will obviously do in Colombia. You get drugged all the fucking time. Here, I notice people walking with their cell phone in their hand. There's no death and crime. Someone's not gonna come up on you on a fucking motorcycle and pull out a gun on you and shake you down. Like, to me, from what I've seen, that doesn't exist here, like at all. It's super safe.
Yeah.
You can walk all hours of the night. High visibility all over the place. I couldn't imagine you going down the wrong street and getting jumped or set up. Like, to me, that doesn't seem like the culture at all out here. Um, so you want to get a hotel that has that little safety measure for any country. I mean, it'd be stupid not
Right.
to. And then no complaints on. I mean, obviously, I had like a security box. That's where I have my passport and my debit cards, credit cards, my large amounts of cash, my baht. I would just have in my wallet maybe anywhere from 5 to 10,000 baht, plain money per night. If I start running low and the girl comes up and I need to give her money, then I do it in the morning while she's taking a shower. Where she's distracted, then I go into my security deposit, pull out what I need to, and then give it to her. So no concerns with safety or having my shit stolen. You should have all your shit laying out in the first place. You should kind of have everything's organized and kind of separate, where they wouldn't start snooping around and take something valuable. You should always be considerate of that.
Yeah. Cool. So, how's the girls' experience in the bedroom that you've brought up to your place? How are your experiences with them?
The majority of them have all been like girlfriend experience, porn star experience, like really good sex. Um, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 experience. Um, there's been a couple disappointments. One night, I had a threesome, picked up a couple chicks. It was actually one of the first nights I was here. I want to say Saturday night, right? Like literally just around down the street from where I'm at, like literally like 2 businesses down. I was kind of jumping around bars there, but I wound up at the spot that I was at. And no, this is Sunday night. Excuse me, the second night I was there. Um, so hung out with these chicks all night at the bar, buying them drinks. The first chick I noticed when I went to the bar, she was an older chick, 36 years old, nice long hair. What caught my eyes was the way she was dancing. So she just like captivated me, and she was just kind of like working the room. And I was like, man, I was really drawn to her, so I invited her over. But then I saw another girl with like kind of like platinum hair, and then she was like 20 years old, kind of more my type, like the younger, natural looking girls. And she just kind of had that like younger look to her that I like and prefer. So then I called her over. And I had like 2 girls with me, partying with them, dancing with them. I was there for maybe a good 4 hours. So there I was asking their prices and stuff like that. Then eventually I told them, hey, I want to have a threesome with you guys. And they were like, okay, cool. And I waited for them. I want to say till I can't remember if it was midnight or at 2 a.m. when the bar closed. I think I waited for them for the for the bar to close, so I paid less money for the exit fee. And we went to my room, and then ended up being a little disappointing because the older chick, she was just like a fluffer. She just fluffed me up, and this bitch rolled over and went to sleep. I was like concentrating on the other chick, which I didn't care. I was super into the young girl anyway, but I just wasted fucking 4,000 baht on some chick that only fluffed me. So, and then the whole fucking time they're speaking Thai. So they're speaking Thai. I don't speak their language. That's one thing I wanted to talk about, is like the language barrier. I noticed that I never had that issue.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Oh, I got
Yeah,
a
I can hear
message.
you.
Okay,
It cut
I
out.
thought
It
I
cut
cut
out for a
out.
second. Now it's
Okay.
back. But you were talking about the threesome and how the girl wasn't. One of the girls was just in the way, and
Yeah, she just rolled over and literally put the covers over herself. And then the other girl, it was a good experience with her. but you know, you build these things up in your mind that you're gonna have like this awesome experience, and sometimes for the most part it's gonna be a little disappointing. There's gonna be something that falls short from what you were expecting, and then the whole fucking time they're speaking in Thai, laughing, probably talking shit or you don't know what the hell they're saying, so it becomes a little annoying. That's one thing you gotta remember. Like I never had that issue in Latin America because I speak Spanish, so at all times, like I know what they're saying. Sometimes they may use a little bit of different lingo. Like I noticed that in Costa Rica. There was actually an experience where I was with a chick and we were talking about a threesome, and we're kind of like going up to different girls. There was one girl. She looked like a kind of like more of a street girl from San Jose, but she was younger, kind of like my type. But she had tattoos. I was kind of like, she's hot, but she's not really my type. This is the girl I was with, wanted to get the pricing, but then the street girl told her like, "Oh, let's set him up at his place," but she used some like Costa Rican slang. And then luckily the girl I was with that I met at the Hotel Focal, she had my back, and she was like, "Oh no," like she just kind of said whatever, and then she told me, "Oh, that girl wanted to shake you down at your hotel, at my condo." So you gotta be aware, you know. But here in Thailand, I don't see that happening. So
Right. Let's talk about communication. Like, how's the communication there? Are you using the Google Translate a lot? Is it difficult? What share your experience about dealing with the girls?
So Google Translate is used often. Some of the girls speak English, like they're able to talk in English, like very basic conversation. You know, like, "Oh, where you from? How old are you? What do you like to drink?" That's kind of like the very low level conversation skills. And then when you kind of start wanting to go a little bit more in depth, sometimes that's when they start using Google Translate, because like, "Oh, I don't understand," or you know, some girls just straight up don't speak English. And for me, like, it's not the same experience as a girl that you're able to communicate with, laugh, and bullshit with. Luckily, I've had a couple girls that speak English very well, and they're able to conversate and comprehend, and rarely use Google Translate. It'll be some word that they simply don't understand, which is throwing off the comprehension.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh, okay," and then they start talking. So some girls have pretty good English, some girls basic level, and some girls like straight up don't speak English. One of these nights I was coming back from Soy 6, and I'm walking on Soy 7, and I see a girl at one of the little food carts, and she looks young, like 19, 20 years old. And I made eye contact with her, and then she kind of turned around and looked at me, and then I smiled at her, and then she smiled, and that was my signal to approach. And then I went up to her, and I was asking her, I was like, "Oh, what's your name?" I was like, "Are you a bar girl?" Or you know, because she was dressed casually. She had like a little white top and like blue jeans, white sneakers. That's what attracted me to her. She just looked like innocent, you know. And then she busted out her phone, and then she was saying like, my first day, I just showed up. So I got like a brand spanking new girl. I was like, "Oh, give me your WhatsApp." She's like, "I don't have WhatsApp." And here in Thailand, a lot of the girls use Line. So that's the app that they use for communication.
Hola, what's up guys? Had to interrupt the video to bring you guys an important announcement. A lot of you guys watching, I've been receiving tons of messages from guys that are virgins, that haven't been laid yet, that want to get laid, and maybe guys that have already been laid, but they're not getting access to girls where they're at, so they want to get laid still. You know, these guys are getting taken advantage of, reaching out to escorts, strippers, or whatever they're reaching out to, wasting all that money. If you really need help that bad and you want to do it that bad, reach out. I'll help you guys. We'll discuss whatever it is that you're facing. It can also be other stuff. Maybe you're heartbroken and need advice or need something to help you get over that heartbreak. Maybe you have a wife or a girlfriend where you feel like she's cheating on you or things just aren't the same. I can help you analyze the situation and get over it. I've gone through a lot of relationships already with girls from all over the place, all over the world, different places, you know, so I've seen all the things that they do. Been in long-term relationships, so I know what a marriage feels like. I know what divorce feels like. I haven't been divorced, but in a long-term relationship to where I felt like divorce, pretty much. And so I've seen a lot of people go through it, and I can help you guys that are going through these type of things too. If you need help, maybe like going to another place, I can put you in touch with people in different places in part of my network, or find people that are viewers as well that can help. That's why I'm doing this, to get the word across of the things that I can help you with. Not just that, if you own a business and you're accepting credit cards and you're still paying the fees, you don't got to pay the fees no more. You're pretty much just throwing your money in the trash. You're better off just using it on yourself, splurging, taking a vacation, enjoying like this in a pool in a tropical location somewhere where there's nothing but palm trees around and tropical birds, that kind of stuff, where the weather's perfect. You could be doing that instead. Or if you have some friends or family that own businesses that are still wasting their money paying the fees, you know, I'll be able to help. So I can help with a number of things, and I'll be glad to, you know, put you guys in the right direction. Same if you guys want to go to Costa Rica, I got friends out there. Cancun, I got friends down there. Philippines, I got a lot of friends out there. So you guys need help on any of that stuff, reach out. I'll be glad to put you in contact, so that way you can have a better experience all around. All right, talk to you guys soon. Adios.
I don't know why. I mean, to me, it seems like the same shit, line and WhatsApp.
Yeah. In the Philippines, they used it for a while too. I don't think it's that popular anymore over there.
Yeah, so I got her line, and then I told her, I was like, hey, I'm gonna go to my room, I'm gonna go eat. So I was starving. So I went to go eat at some Indian restaurant. A lot of food options out here. There's a lot of Indian restaurants over here. Obviously Thai food. The food courts at the mall are very good. I went to the Central Plaza Mall here in Pattaya. I was impressed with the mall and the food court, various options. The prices were very fair and decent. So I went to go eat, showered, got ready, got some more money, and then I hit her up, and she was starting. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
The blender's going off right now. I'll just wait those.
Yeah. No, we don't even hear it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, and then she was like 3 bars down, and then I started talking to her, and she's like, yeah, like it was literally her first hour there, and she was like waiting for me to go because I guess she liked me too, and she's like literally a virgin in a sense, and yeah, I think I got her a lady drink, and you know, that's when I was using Google Translate the most with her. I was interested in her, but like I couldn't communicate with her. So it's kind of like I realized how guys are in Zona Norte. Like, you know, it's just the language barrier kind of sucks and kind of throws off the vibe, and like the potential for the experience kind of gets fucked up, I think. Especially when you have like all those experiences from the past with girls that communicate with you in English or Spanish, and it's just you just feel each other like on a different level. Here it's just like basic conversation, and it's like, okay, how much? And I spoke with her because I ended up meeting the manager at this bar. He ended up being from California too, and he just recently retired. Very cool guy, and got his number. He kind of gave me some recommendations. He actually told me about the Nua Beach on Kolarn Island. It's kind of like the island that you should visit here in Pattaya, and has a bunch of beautiful beaches. But he told me you want to go on the far end of the island because a lot of the tourists don't go over there. They just stay there at the initial port, and you could just tell that's like the touristy spot. You know, it's all congested and stuff. I mean, it's nice, but you rent a motorbike, 300 baht. You're traveling, and then it's cool. You get to see the little island. You're having an adventure. Then you just kind of wind up at a isolated beach. You know, they have a restaurant there, food service, drinks, way more chill, and the beach was beautiful. That's probably like there's one beach in Colombia that I really love, and this is up there. If anything, it was probably better. Just more beautiful view, and the water was clear and just looked like paradise. So that's
Yeah.
just information you get from conversating with people along the way. And then the girl, she only charged me, what was it? So 1,000 bar fine, and then 2,000 for her. So that was 3,000 total. So that ended up being a score. But the thing was, I couldn't communicate with her. So those
Right.
are the things that you have to consider and may happen to you and stuff like that. So I think some of the street girls are like that too. You could find those type of
Yeah.
deals as well on the boardwalk.
Yeah. Shit. So let's name some of the bars that you like there that you can recommend to the people watching. That way, if they do go down there, they can already check these ones out as your favorites. And if you can remember some of the pricing, that can help too. Or some of the stuff that you liked about each.
So it depends what you like. On Soy Six, every bar, girls have their own particular outfit. Like, say there's 30 girls at this one bar, they're all dressed in like maybe orange tops and like black little Hispanic shorts. Other girls are like in little Catholic schoolgirl outfits. Other girls are in cheerleader outfits. Other girls are in nurses outfits. So it just depends what draws your eye, and you're just like, damn, that's what I wanna go with tonight or at this time. But one of the first places I walked into was called Red Cafe Bar. And what drew me to that place is the girls are dressed kind of like in club attire, where they wear like very like tight dresses, and they're in stripper heels. So they just look fucking hot. They're out there doing their makeup and shit. Like, I went there kind of earlier on in the day, so they're just starting out. And I was like, okay, these girls are fresh. I'm gonna be one of the first clients in this place. So I hung out with two girls there. Um, and it was chill. The girls charge 1,500 short time, so I recommend that place because the prices are more on the fair end there. But I want to say the short time fee to take the girl up is 500, so you're spending 2,000 total, and then you get an hour with them. So that's one place I recommend. I wish I would have gone there later on in the night, like around 9, 10, and seen more of how the talent looked. But I was there like at like 6 earlier on in the day where it was still light. Um, and the inside, it looks like a lounge. They got nice chairs, AC. They got a nice bar. They play good music. It's a lot better environment. So if you can't handle the heat, I recommend going there because it has AC and it's indoors and more discreet. It has a sliding door, so you go in the back. It's kind of spacious a little bit. But that's one of my good experiences here in Pattaya. And another one is Lollipop. Lollipop is a little bit smaller. That's actually the girl that I met that I wanted to come on camera and speak to you guys on in English, because she spoke very good English. And she's the one I went to Kolarn with yesterday, and she spent the night. She left this morning. But that also is 1,500 baht, and then 400 for short time. So I went there a couple times, and same thing. It's smaller, but it has a sliding door, and in the back it's like a little bar area. The booths are smaller. It's not as nice as Red Bar Cafe, but it's another option. And I want to say they were wearing like red lingerie type outfits, red bikinis, that kind of thing. And the next day I went, she was wearing like a pink cheerleader type outfit, like 2-piece, like bra and like a skirt, and they have their heels on, so they just look hot, dude. Like, it's everywhere, like hundreds and hundreds of girls on the street. So it's hard. Like, I just recommend walking up and down so you get like a good feel of where each bar offers, in a sense, like the presentation, and then whatever floats your boat, you go in there and check it out. And then I went to a seduction. Fell in love with a girl temporarily there. Got her information. I think I banged twice already. So I was kind of waiting. I was saving her for the night because I wanted her overnight with me. So I had gotten her info, and it was earlier on in the day, like maybe 6, 7 p.m. And then I wanted to go eat, like shower, chill a little bit. So I told her I'll come back for you, and then she told me, "Oh yeah, come." And I think at that bar is the one that where she broke down the prices, like the different time periods. It's this much, and then after this time it's less, and then if you do it after midnight, it's this time, and then at 2 a.m. I only paid 400 baht for to leave the bar to go to your place. I was like, "Yeah, I'll do that." And she wanted 4,000 for the night. So when I went back, I was like, "Oh, is so and so here?" And the girls were, "Yeah, yeah." Oh, but they were kind of like "Oh, I think they weren't sure if she was like upstairs with somebody, but they knew she wasn't off, or if she had just left, so they went to go look for her." And and sure enough, when I walked in, she was like closing her locker, and she had changed clothes. I was like, "Hey," like I showed up like a total simp. She's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Someone else paid my bar fine to leave." And then I just looked at the dude, and I was like, "Oh my God," I was so pissed off. Some fat ugly dude. I was just like, "Oh hell no!" Like, so that shit happened to me, and yeah, I got butthurt, obviously. But then you walk outside, and there's like numerous girls. And then I made like a pressured decision. Took another girl home. She only asked for 3,000 for the night, and then like 500 for the bar fine. So it was a little bit better deal. She was pretty. She was wearing like all black outfit, like kind of like a jumper suit in a sense, I guess, but with like pants. And that experience wasn't that good. I only slept with her once, and then she wanted to leave like at 7 a.m. because she had like obligations. So most of the time we were sleeping, and then like since she woke me up, I was like go home, like get the hell out of here. Anyways, I needed my rest at that point. So yeah.
So how much were the street girls? Did you bang street girls?
A couple for a short time. For me, 2,000 baht short time, 1 hour. And then another thing here in Pattaya, the 10 baht trucks. They got all these trucks that are constantly circling around the city, and that's your best option of traveling up and down Pattaya from, let's just say, Soy 6 all the way down a walking street. And 10 baht is what, like 30 cents maybe? I can't. So like yeah, so you just literally wave them down, they stop, tell them where you're going, or you're just cognizant of where your stop's gonna be. And then they got like little buzzers because it's a truck on the back and it has like benches, enough for maybe like 12 people. So people hop on and off all along the square route of Pattaya. And you just hit the little buzzer, and then you hit a 10 baht, and then that's it. So that's the best way to do it. And then there's obviously motorbikes, like the taxi motorbikes. So that's around 50 baht. And then the Grab app, which is kind of like their Uber here, that's economical as well. Like 40 baht from where I was going to and from. But the cool thing about the boardwalk, it's various options that you could just, if you're bored, you could just get on the boardwalk, walk up and down both sides of the street. Obviously, there'll be bars on one side of the street, and the other side is just literally the boardwalk. Some of the girls are a little bit off the path and kind of hiding. They like to be a little bit more discreet, and some girls are just straight up on the boardwalk, like by lampposts. Like, they don't care. So you just gotta. I saw some hot ass girls. Like, you could find what you need on the boardwalk, no problem. It's just, for me, it's, there's less accountability, I think, when the girl is on the street doing her own thing. But a thing that would kind of help me out is that that they have to check in at reception and hand over their ID. So I would probably never do that for in Colombia, because in Colombia they're more, obviously there's druggings and shit like that. Here, I don't sense that. I don't think it would happen.
Right.
Maybe this will have a bad experience. And you will obviously negotiate up front, like what it entails. You don't want to get to your room and then start requesting stuff, and the girl will start wanting to charge more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So generally, the bar girls have always been girlfriend experiences. And, you know what I look for.
So, what other bars? You named a couple of them. Any other ones you want to name before we move on from the subject of the favorite bars?
No, that's just
Okay.
generally, yeah. Soy Six, yeah. I mean, I walked into different bars. I just can't remember their name. Those were the ones that I remember the most.
Yeah, and we'll show some of the pictures of he has some pictures with the girls that he
Oh yeah,
took pictures of.
I'll send
Yeah.
those.
So we'll have those flash on the screen so everyone can get an idea of what he's
Sweet.
And so, well, now we're still on the subject of the bars and the girls and everything. But this is the question that a lot of people are thinking in their head: TJ or over there? What's your comparison and pros and cons? What do you like and what do you don't like? And
Man, I love TJ. Like TJ is always going to be number one for me, just because of proximity. So many great experiences there. I know the layout like the back of my hand, as far as like the scams, like what to filter out. I don't know. It just has that that vibe of Latin America for gringos, like, and they have new girls all the time. So you have new
how's the
options.
quality?
The quality over here, it's pretty.
Yeah, quality of the girls at HK or TJ versus over there. What you've been?
I'm have to say the quality is a lot better in Hong Kong. It's just there, like in Zona Norte, like it's just there, and it's constant. There's that rotation. So hotter girls come, and then you never see those soft girls again. Here in Thailand, you could find hotties as well, but it just seems like most of the girls are like sevens. You know what I mean? Like I would say maybe 60% are sevens and lower. Let's just say, and then there's very, very, very few eights, nines, and you may see that dime piece. But in TJ, like you see that more often.
Yeah,
I would say. And obviously, the hardest part about coming over here would be the plane ticket.
Yeah.
The student. Sorry, got distracted. Lost my train of thought. Yeah, so
you're saying the plane ticket.
The plane ticket, but the options over here doesn't compare to TJ at all.
Right.
Last night I went to a Soy Batam, and that's kind of like more of an open air market. The prices were a little cheaper. That place looked a lot more fun to me than all these other spots, because it's just like overwhelming with like foot traffic, cars in the way, and shit like that. So if I come back, I'll be going to Soy Batam more so. It's quieter too, and you can find what you like or need there. So I would probably say more proximity over there. So
and that's what the girl told you. That was like the place that the girl told you to go that you were with.
Well, no, it's because we went to this place called Jungle Bar, a smaller bar in that area, Soy Batam, Tree Town. It's also called Tree Town Market. That whole area, but it's kind of like a little bit more inland from the beach. It's like the beach road, the next major road inland, and then it's more inward and centralized in Pattaya, where Soy Batam's at. And if I do come back, I'm just gonna focus on there.
I appreciate the outreach, the comments, and the emails. And if you can, share these videos with a friend, or also at the very least, just give it a like. It doesn't cost anything or take more than a half a second for you to click the like, because then what it does when you click like, YouTube will suggest the videos to other people that have the same interests as you. So that's kind of like how the whole algorithm works. And so that goes and helps a lot too, you know, like if you're not writing comments or sending donations or whatever, pressing like and writing a comment helps greatly as well, you know, because then YouTube will know that you find it useful, and that it'll start suggesting, it'll know that it's a legit video that can help somebody, and it'll start suggesting it to other people that are kind of like watching the same things that you're watching.
It just kind of seems like that's where the more experienced people go, because they know it's a little bit cheaper.
Yeah.
And it's more low key. That, yeah. I don't know if I would ever go back to soy 6, like,
Right.
especially for high season. It's just a lot of more bullshit, I think, you know.
What's it called again?
Soy Bacam, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Tree Town.
That's your guys' bonus for sticking around and watching.
Yeah, go to Tree Town.
Yeah.
Tree Town. I think you could always do soy 6. Go to Tree Town.
Yeah. So that's the thing I always stress. Like, it's the same thing in the Philippines, you know. There's tons of girls, but none of them are like, it's not like over here where there's tons of girls, but you could bang almost all of, like, you would want to bang almost all of them. But whereas over there, it's like, yeah, there's tons of girls, but it's like, you know, like if I had to, I would, but it's not like I really would want to, you know. And then you would find the diamonds in the rough that you need to search for, you know. And so let's talk about during the day, like, so what do you do to keep yourself busy when you're not banging or when you're not with a girl? All right, he's back. His phone overheated, so you have to let it cool off. Too hot over there. That drink looks good, dude.
We were talking about comparing TJ to Thailand, and how TJ has, like, you know, more hot girl.
Yeah, but over there in places over like where you're at, East Asia, you get more of a longer, better, non-rushed, intimate experience with the girl. So it's give and take. You know, you're not going to get everything you want. You know, like, I've yet to find a place that give you the kind of price that you pay over there, along with that long time staying with them sleeping with you for that cheap and being that intimate without any rush, and also with the safety involved too. It's safer, you know, so you don't really got that thing in the back. It's in the back of your mind, but it's not at the front of your mind, not like Colombia, you know.
And then one thing I want to mention is the bar fine to take a girl out of the sauna. What is it, like $300 around that?
Yeah.
At the pop. I mean, damn, that's a lot of fucking money. That's
right.
Easy 3 girls right there. So
right. Or a plane ticket.
Yeah.
You're almost at a plane ticket at that point.
Exactly.
So yeah. But we like what I like to call it, it's like the 7-Eleven or the convenience store of whorehouses. You're getting it, you're paying the price because of convenience. You don't go buy a bottle of water at a gas station because you're trying to save money. You know, it's convenience. It's because of the location you need it, and it's right there in front of you. So it's kind of the give and take. So you're going to be going to Bangkok in a couple days and spend some time there. So we're going to do an interview based on like your experience and the things that you're finding. Let's talk about like the girls over there. Like, instead of doing the bar fine, I guess you can't really get them on their day. You would have to get them on their day off if they're kind of like owned by the bar.
Dude,
if you get their contact information or when they're off.
Dude, all the bar girls I spoke to, they work fucking 7 days a week, dude. They have no days off. They
practically live there because they're coming from all over Thailand.
Yeah, yeah. So, like in TJ, a girl will have like 1 day off or 2 days off. A girl that works 7 days is a girl that's only in town for like 2 weeks, and they just take advantage. Yeah. And then they fucking leave and come back. Or girls that are based out of TJ, they have their schedule. They want their Friday or Saturday off, and they compromise depending on how long they've been there. You know, they have more perks, but from with all the girls I spoke to here, they fucking work 7 days a week, dude. They literally fucking they do their thing at night. They fucking sleep and then rinse and repeat. It's fucking crazy.
Well, what else they gonna do? They ain't there to go have fun.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're there to make money, and they traveled all that way to work at that club. So they're trying to make money, and the competition's fierce.
Exactly.
Imagine hundreds of girls on that street, and there's more girls than there are customers. So, did you notice any like the fierce competition driving them to be more aggressive?
Oh yeah, dude. Like at Soy Six, like they're fucking yanking on you. Like they like I had a couple girls like literally like hug me, and I'm like no, and they just fucking hug you, and like you're just like dude, like let go of me. Like I'm trying to fucking walk down the street, and they're literally trying to kidnap you into the fucking bar so you can buy them a lady drink, and they're like, well, buy me lady drink, buy me lady drink. I'm like, no, leave me alone. Like you gotta kind of start raising your voice or kind of like literally kind of like get them off you, and then they fucking say, don't touch me. It's like, dude, you're the one fucking physically harassing me. Like, what the fuck?
And how much are the ladies?
Noodles, they're fucking hitting you.
How much are the ladies' drinks compared to the regular drinks that you drink?
So, 90 baht is like the lower end beers, up to like 110 baht from what I remember. Girls, lady drinks are 130 to 160 baht. So
like $4 to
$3
to $5, $3.50 to $5 for a ladies' drink.
Yeah, then,
not bad. Not bad compared to what we're getting freaking gouged with for a ladies' drink over here. Triple the price.
Even a guy drink is fucking $6. It's half the price, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
And then soy bakam, it was 80 baht for a beer for guy drink. And then there, I want to say the lady drink was 150. So, I mean, you can probably find a little bit cheap. Yeah, at the end of the day, it's cheap. But when you're thinking of the prices here as a local, like you notice a small variation. Same thing in Colombia. Like if you're in Colombia, you want to think in Colombian pesos as opposed to dollars. So that's how you kind of not burn your money as quick. But what are you gonna do?
So did you do any sightseeing, or you just fucking went there to bang and didn't really care for the sightseeing?
No. So for my trip, I'm here 7 days. So obviously, for like the first 72 hours, all I want to do is bang and get it out of my system. Yeah. And by that point, you're just kind of like fed up a little bit. So Tuesday, I had and you also want to learn the lay of the land. Like it gives you enough time to kind of see the immediate area of where you're staying at. And then you may ask some questions at restaurants or whatever, hotel staff. You kind of get your bearings of where you're at and where you're located. And then my first tour was on Tuesday, and that was like a all-day tour going to the major sightseeing places in the city. It's a tour I highly recommend. I ordered on Viator. You just type in Pattaya sightseeing tour. I met up at 8:30, came back at around 5 p.m. So all day trip, went to the Pattaya sign, took some pictures on kind of where the Pattaya sign is at, and you could see the Bay of Pattaya. Then from there, we went to the Golden Buddha. That place was cool, makes you understand a little bit more about the culture and their spiritual beliefs. Then from there, where did we go? We also went to a sacred temple. No, Sanctuary of Truth. That's what it's called. Sanctuary of Truth. This badass building made of wood out here. It's kind of like a big, from my understanding, it's like a big Lego, but it's like this giant structure and a bunch of spiritual um, like sculpture drawings entailed into the structure of the building. So it's very beautiful. And then I did an elephant right there. I thought I was gonna fucking fall off the elephant because in the beginning the elephant was like distracted with food, and the fucking handler was like smacking the shit out of its head, and the elephants kind of started like moving around. Dude, I thought I was literally gonna fucking die, dude, and fucking break my neck. Like all you could do is like stay calm, like not project that nervous energy onto the animals because they're sensitive, and you never know, you may feed that onto them and make them nervous. So all I was doing, dude, was like breathing and holding on and just trying to stay calm, and like fuck, dude, like I could literally wind up in a hospital right now. This is fucking stupid. But then eventually the elephant calmed down, did my little lap, and then it was over with. Then went inside, took pictures of inside, and kind of did a listening tour where they kind of talked about the different structures and stuff like that inside the building. And then we went to another area. It was called it's like this big like cliff, and has a golden Buddha lasered into it. Like they used the laser for the drawing. It's a famous site here in Pattaya. Took some pictures there, and then afterwards went to I guess here they do a lot of mining as well, and then kind of did like a little presentation tour where you're kind of like in a cart and you're going inside a fucking like little makeshift mine, and then they got like robots fucking like explaining shit and stuff on the screen. Sapphire is really big out here, and then I ended up buying a cool ring. Just like Sapphire's super cheap out here in production, I took advantage of it and wanted a souvenir as well. So I did that, and then we did something. We went to the floating market. So I guess it's like the biggest floating market. I'm not sure in Thailand or Pattaya, but that was kind of cool. Hop on a little canoe, floating around. You have lunch there, and then you have the option of buying shit. I bought some presents for my family to bring home. And I mean, I always recommend doing sightseeing tour, whether it's whether it's going to be better in the day or at night. When I go to different countries, I love doing like bike tours. You get to do exercise. You get to see a lot of the city as opposed to a walking tour. I can't stand walking tours. It fucking burns you out, and then you only see such a small area. There's a shuttle, and it's taking you from point A to B to C. But I recommend bike tours. You're just kind of like in the city. Feels more adventurous to me. Like and then the other day I did the elephant sanctuary tour, so you get to like pet them and feed them, wash them. I guess at that point I was kind of over it. It's like a 2-3 hour tour, so the first hour and a half is full. Then you're out in the sun, so it kind of gets a little old.
It's too hot.
Too. Yeah, hell yeah. And then yesterday, I did that tour with that chick. So she went with me. We took a speedboat out to the island. 600 baht total round trip for 2 people. They have the public boat, which runs maybe once an hour, and it only costs us 30 baht. So that's like $1 to take the ferry pretty much to the island, but it's slow. It takes like 45 minutes to an hour to get there. Whereas opposed if you take the fucking speedboat, you get there like in 15 minutes. But you have to pay obviously for that. And that's what I did.
So you did the reverse dating out there where you met a girl that you banged and you got a good connection with.
From Lollipop. The Lollipop bar on Soy 6. Girl spoke like very good English.
Yeah.
So she was like the prime candidate. And yeah, we got a motorbike. I'm a sorry, pathetic idiot and don't know how to ride a motorcycle. So she rode the bike. So I was behind her, and she was being my little tour guide. We're on the island on Koh Larn, you know, going to the far end, and we wound up on the far end. It was just me and her. Obviously, there was other people there too, but it's way more isolated, way more chill, way more private. You know, we had our drinks. She ordered some food. I wasn't hungry. I had a large breakfast. So, yeah, full 5 hours, about 5 hours on that beach. Hopped in, jumped in the water, took pictures, stuff like that. Slapped her ass, made stuff like, you know, it's what made the trip, you know. She's the one that made the trip. But I couldn't imagine having a good experience solo. So if you're gonna do something like that, I recommend taking a girl. Sometimes those other tours, why would you bring a girl? Like if you're trying to learn about the culture, like do that shit on your own. Maybe there's other girl tourists from like different countries that'll be there, and if you're about approaching girls and striking up a conversation with them, you have the opportunity to. There's a really hot girl on the elephant tour that I should have not been a pussy and talk to her, but at the same time, it's like I don't know where she's fucking staying, and why the fuck am I going to talk to her? Like I'm here for one thing only, so you know. But every guy's different, so yeah.
So that's a good lesson for everyone, kind of like doing that reverse dating strategy I talk about, finding the coolest girl that you possibly can. And I do that everywhere I go, and they become the local tour guide for you. They'll show you everything that people don't know about, and that's what always makes my trip, like those like he just said right now, those memorable experiences that you had with that girl is going to stick with you in your mind forever. When you think of that place, you don't have to think about all the girls you bang. You're going to think about that trip or those adventures you had with that girl, showing you pretty much their world, you know, and experiencing new things together with you.
And they speak the language. Like I don't speak fucking Thai. She speaks Thai, so then she gets the local prices. Like she knows what's fair and what's like bullshit. So yeah, the reverse dating strategy is legit and it really works.
Yeah, and it's the best tour guide you could ever have. Like he said, you got a translator, you got someone that is a local that's not going to get you ripped off, and at the same time,
you get to bang them.
You get to bang. That's exactly what I was going to say. You got your hot little tour guide that you're going to have an amazing time with the entire day and the night, and you're not going to have any pussy pressure. Feeling like, okay, am I going to bang this girl or not? You can actually enjoy the activities with the girl without having the thought of banging on your mind. Like, am I going to bang this girl or not, or whatever? Because everything is at that point is actually enjoying each other's company, and you're getting the best possible companion and tour guide ever.
There's none of that like first date anxiety, like like how you just said, am I gonna bang them? And I don't know how some guys are more confident and comfortable, others are more shy and timid. Like I'm more reserved, shy, timid, but after I bang them, like I don't give a fuck. Like it's over with. Like, you know, I touch them how I want to touch them. Like it's straight up, like if she's my girlfriend, like I don't have to act proper. You know what I mean? But you know, obviously respect them and stuff like that and treat them nice, but you know, she's on my dime, so I gotta get what I want, you know.
Right. And so that you get to bang twice or however many times you want during the time that you're out with them. All right, his phone overheated again, so maybe that's a sign for us to start closing up shop here. Pretty long interview, and he gave a lot of good tips and sharing some stuff for you guys. And for those of you that have gone out there, maybe you didn't know about some of these places he talked about, and maybe now you can check it out. Or if you're even out there or going out there, you can now have some advice and have some idea of the pricing, some recommendations, things to do, things that are worth it, and maybe even a hotel recommendation where he's at and the place where he's going to stay the next time, the better place. So, all right, man. Anything else you want to share before we? Let me see if I have any questions I wrote down that I want to ask before we go, because I remember asking the most important one is the comparison between, of course, the zona in there, because there's a lot of people that are curious and have always been wondering about that place. So I don't know where my questions went. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. Okay. So, I guess the last question is, how much did you spend per day, kind of like, so people can have an idea of what to expect and what would be your recommendation, kind of deal? Or a budget if they're wondering what kind of budget to prepare.
I mean, it really depends. Your type of fun. I mean, you start off the video talking about how I'm the Energizer Bunny. So with me, I try to have, 3 girls a night on average. Other guys may just want one. So I would say 5,000 is kind of like 5,000 baht would be a good amount to kind of, if you're kind of like on the lower end per day, to have fun. 10,000 would be the next level. You could have, this depends how many girls you want, or if you want to drink. I mean, I would say drinking, you would burn most of your money. I want to say the most, on average, I would spend maybe 1,000 baht on drinks, like my beers and the girls' drinks. Lower end, it would be closer to like 500-700 baht. Maybe buy 2 or 3 for the girl, 2 beers for me, or whatever. I want to say the biggest bill I spent was maybe 2,000, because I had 2 girls. So I'm buying them drinks, I'm buying my beers, and then I'm paying the short time fee to take the girl up, and then I'm on top of that, I'm paying 1,500 baht. So
right,
so that's like literally
so
3,500.
Yeah. So you're saying like the low end, like 5,000, which would be like 140 a day on the lower end.
Yeah, conservatively, if you're just conservative and you're mindful, just be mindful of the drinks, because that's where that eats at your money. Just how in TJ, that's the issue there as well as here. So if you don't want to deal with drinks, go on the boardwalk.
So roughly around 300 a day if you really want to have a good time.
I think it's kind of overheat again, but what did you say?
I was saying like 300 a day is pretty good for someone that wants to plan, have a good time, and not really worry about their budget, and they'll get it out of their system. So, all right. Well, that's it for now, guys. Hope you enjoyed his interview and his tips and advice that he had shared for anyone going out there. And if you're going to go, let us know what you're, write in the comments. And if you've been to all the places he's been, write your comments and share any advice that you can give or your experiences, because the other people read the comments, and a lot of people get start conversations there, and they can learn, and you never know how that can change your life or give you a tip that we didn't cover in the video. So we'll catch up with him on the next video, where we're going to give his tips for Bangkok, where he's going to be going in the next day or two. So if he gets any other adventures that's worth sharing between now and the next one, we'll get back on and we'll share a couple more things, and maybe some more videos and photos he can take of his last day's adventure there. So, all right, man, appreciate you sharing and doing the recon and taking one for the team, so to say.
Wait.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
Well, cool, man.
Right.
Talk to you later. Adios. Pura vida.
Pura vida.
I'm going to stop the recording.
Guys, it's finally here. I got the Jedi group open.
And I got a website put together for all you guys that can reach out to me instead of sending me an email. The website's 420john69.com, and pretty much everything you need is listed out on the links above and the links below. So if you're interested in a Jedi group, if you're interested in getting help with a trip, relationship advice, credit card service, real estate, affiliate programs, pretty much anything that I'm talking about, business, investments, it's all on the website, so that way you guys can help me help you a lot faster. That way I don't miss out on any of the emails, and it'll help me stay in touch with you guys. Even if something happens to the channel or the Instagram or whatever, if everything gets taken down or blocked by the platforms, I'll still have a way to get in touch with you guys. So go ahead and go to the website and pick whichever link that you need help on and fill out the information, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Look forward to seeing you there. All right, talk to you guys soon. Adios, pura vida. All right, guys, so I'm putting together these groups, my Jedi Master Inner Circle. So there's going to be 2 levels to it. You're going to have the Jedi Masters, which are the guys that are making 100K or more per year at least, and have been well-traveled, have a lot of experience, and know of different places that we can go to experience and find beautiful girls and be able to share amongst everyone and give advice to other people as well. And then we're also going to have the young Jedis that maybe aren't as experienced or just starting out in life, or are young and don't really have much money, but they want to live this lifestyle. They're being inspired, and they want to start and learn and be able to communicate with each other. So that'll be the second level. And of course the Jedi Master level will be in both, so that you'll have the Jedi Masters also helping the young Jedis by answering questions for people that are new. And then the Jedi Masters, what we're going to do is have like trips maybe once a year where all of us Jedi Masters come together and go to a destination where we'll be able to experience all of this together and share and network and share financial advice, how to make money. It'll be how to make money, how to deal with breakups, how to meet girls. Pretty much everything that you're seeing on my videos that I'm teaching, we'll be able to network and do it in person and put together these groups and meetings for people, and kind of be me as the connector, connecting all of you guys together, because I'm getting all these messages from people from all walks of life in different parts of the world. And a lot of you guys tell me that you don't have anyone to share these experiences with, or share your stories and share all the knowledge that you've accumulated throughout the years. And once you communicate with me, it's like you're spilling your entire story because you're so excited to tell someone finally, because there's no one else you can take. Can't tell your friends, can't tell your family, and there's no one you can ask questions. There's no one you can share these intimate details with. And so I want to bring you guys together with other like-minded people that are watching my videos and kind of want to live this lifestyle as well. And let me know which Jedi Master or Jedi part level in the inner circle that you want to be in. There's going to be either the young Jedi or the Jedi Masters, and the Jedi Masters is going to be for you guys to join. That's the screening process. And then we got the young Jedis for flux. That way it's affordable. And the fun is to screen out. Obviously, if you're doing well, isn't much. And then it keeps out the people that aren't serious. It's kind of like how to weed out the people that aren't really real. And of course, there's going to be moderation, and there's going to be like content moderation, where I moderate who gets in and interview the people that want to come in to make sure they're real. And that way, everyone that's in the group is actually there because they want to be, and that they share this similar outlook on life and want to live this type of life and level up even more, make more connections, make more friends, kind of like me and Tim, the 72-year-old that you've been seeing interview, and other people you haven't seen in my videos that I hang out with. It'll be kind of like being into the inner circle and make these kind of bonds that will last a lifetime, and these kind of memories that we can share together and have some awesome adventures together. You guys will be invited once you pay the entrance fee, and then we'll get you in. All right, guys, that's it. Adios, pura vida. You say adios, baby.
Adios.
Bye. Well, guys, if you coming down here to Cancun, Playa del Carmen, I have friends down here as well that can take care of stuff. If you're headed down to Costa Rica, I got friends in Costa Rica that can help take care of the stuff, help assist with transportation and activities and lodging and things like that. And then the business that helped me live this life is the credit card service business. So if you own a business and you're still paying the credit card fees, you don't have to do that anymore. Stop wasting your money. You could be enjoying it every month instead of like whatever you're paying to the bank, $1,000, $2,000 to the bank every month. You take it and go on a vacation. Look at the ocean, how beautiful it is down here, and the weather's perfect. It's so early in the morning, I'm already sweating. It's tropical,
and people are swimming down there, if you could see. And the only thing I wish that was down here is that there was more waves. But like I said, if you own a business, you don't have to pay for the fees. You can use it for vacation, take your family out, reinvest in your business, or whatever it is you want to do with it. It's way better than wasting it, paying it to the bank and getting nothing in return. So that's it. All right, that's it for now. Talk to you guys later. Adios.